You don't need to judge yourself for being inauthentic. And yet, can you feel that's what you often do? You notice you're being inauthentic and then you judge yourself for it, which is just another layer of density that you really don't need. Instead, you could smile at it. Isn't that cute? That's one of our sayings. When you notice that you have been doing something for 10 years, 20 years, 70 years, that was coming from a programmed idea of who you should be or what you should do, you don't judge it. You say, well, that is very cute. And there's no rush because I'm eternal and I have all the time in the world to figure this out. And so I'm just going to notice that in this moment, I can take a deep breath. I can notice that it's a new starting point. And doesn't it feel good that in this beautiful place that I am, where I have recognized something about myself, that I have a choice and I can feel the liberation in my energy body as I let that go and as I make a more deliberate, conscious, soul-driven decision about how I wish to move forward.
From the center of the storm.
From the center of the storm. It can be quite stormy. It can be quite stormy in your lives when you live this way. It's not always easy. It can cause disruption all around you. There are many beings around you who will not appreciate this way of living because it amplifies their own dissonance, their own ways in which they are disconnected from themselves. It can amplify their own judgment. But you are not here to please everybody around you. You are here to be the emanation of your highest frequency. This is what you are here to be in this moment in time. And so you being you is your greatest gift to the world at this time. And any action that arises from that place, we promise you will be beneficial. It will bless the planet. But you have to begin at the beginning, which is you getting to know yourself, so that you can recognize when you are being you versus when you're not. Yes?
Yeah. Awakening, ascension, it's not easy sometimes. I mean, rarely is it easy, but when being authentic means that disrupts so many other norms in your life, it's just you said in one of the sessions, an interesting pendulation.
It's an interesting pendulation.
That was the perfect way to put it. So,
well, you pendulate into your conditioned self, yes? And then you pendulate back into your highest self, and you feel the difference. That's really the only way to move forward, because how else would you know if you're living in alignment with your soul if you didn't have the experience of not living in alignment with your soul? So you pendulate back and forth, and it's all beautiful. And what we would say is nothing has gone wrong when you're in the density. You came here to explore both so that you would understand yourself and know how to move forward, know how to make a choice. So again, one of the most helpful things you can do is drop judgment of yourself. Can you feel in this moment how heavy that judgment, that criticism is? What if you lightened it up a little bit? And again, just saw yourself as the beautiful being of light that you are. Begin there. Started recognizing yourself for who you are. You are an emanation of source energy. And there is nothing about you that source doesn't love or appreciate. Even those dark corners, those hidden spaces within you, source energy still broadcasts love and appreciation towards those places in all moments in time. Just waiting for you to catch up and love and appreciate yourself in the same way.
You know, you think, just briefly talk about when we go down the road of karma and thinking too much about karma and it blocks our flow. It's sticky.
So talk to us about karma for just a moment from your perspective, and then we'll answer that question.
Meaning this action causes this result, and if I do this, the ripple effect here, it gets sticky.
Can you feel, though, how you're in your mind judging or anticipating or controlling or trying to figure it out in advance? So when you're in that place of not just being in the here and now, just feeling who it is you truly are beyond form and just experiencing that, appreciating it, you say karma, and there is something called karma, but when we feel your question, we feel that what you're actually experiencing is not karma, but the movement of your mind, the anticipation, the trying to control outcomes. And the reason that happens is because there are these protective mechanisms within the human construct that are trying to protect you against things that have been difficult or painful in the past. And the way that it does this is through anticipation, trying to figure things out in advance, and then trying to solve every possible problem before it even happens. So you can feel how that actually takes you out of the emanation or the presence of your true self, because all of a sudden you're not in your heart. You're in your head, you're in the thinking frequency. By the way, this bandwidth of mind is an actual frequency, and so you have the choice. Do I want to live at that frequency, or do I want to be more heart-centered? Can you feel how your heart does not hold judgment, is not trying to be in the future, is not trying to control outcomes? Your heart is just attuned to the flow of energy, to the web of life, as it is arising in the present moment. And so your heart is just gravitating towards certain things, people, places, circumstances, locations. You can feel when you're in your heart, when you're in your body, that you feel that resonance, that gravitation. And we would say this is the way that many, if not most of you, are truly desiring to live. You are broadcasters of this frequency of the heart. But the way you do that is by living from your heart, by choosing from the space of your heart, not the mind. So can you, Jason, feel that when you're in that conversation with yourself about karma, can you feel that it is more of a mind-made conversation rather than an actual consideration about karma? Can you feel that?
Absolutely. And I'm hoping that you also can feel that, because it's a real thing for the human mind, and that's what you're on this ascension path. And you, as soon as you're like, all right, I figured it out, bam, test.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
So that's it, the practice, the getting back centered, emanating, and then action.
Yes.
I love that part of your teaching. So what would you say, there's so many things that we could go down, but are there certain rules that you have to abide by when you interact with, does all your friends interact with people on Earth? Are there certain rules that you can and can't do?
There are rules of non-interference, but if there is a prayer or a call or desire, a desire that arises, which many of you are broadcasting. Here's a question: have any of you ever prayed the word help recently or at all within your lives? As soon as you ask for assistance, we are there to help you, to guide you to assistance. So the rule is that we come when we are called, but many of you are calling at this time. Many of you are desiring to live a different type of life. The reason for that is because the collective consciousness of humanity is shifting, changing, growing, unfolding, and you are here, in a sense, as pioneers to assist with that experience. And so, of course, you come here, and many of you who are not used to this sort of reality feel very uncomfortable in your bodies, very uncomfortable in civilization, in society, and so there's a prayer, a desire for assistance. Help me create something different for myself. Help me create something different for my loved ones, my family, my children, humanity. And so that is when we come. We come when we are called.
Channeling Conference. Empower your ascension. Karen Bell.